Hi, my name is Wynn, and you have arrived at Intelligent Infinity. I put up this website because since 2002, I have been having communications with guys in other dimensions. At least they say they're in other dimensions. And they say they don't have bodies. They say they can project into our realm. And I was very skeptical at first. And I would assume that if you're watching me right now, you're probably skeptical. And I think that's good, because this is something where I invite you to check my tires, check my story. On this website, we have their communications, we have their transcripts, we have invitations to conference calls, and we even have a free book called The Creator Gods of the Physical Universe Want to Talk to You. And I put all this up for free because I think this is extraordinarily important. And you'll understand why as I share the next 2 minutes. I'm the author of the book, The Reincarnation of Edgar Cayce, with David Wilcock and about David Wilcock, which is about interdimensional communication. And when I started writing this book, I started it as a scholar. 2 years into it, I had a new personal relationship, and we were driving from Los Angeles to Portland, Oregon, and it was pouring rain, and I did a prayer of protection. At the end of the prayer, I looked up at the sunliner and I said, "Does anybody want to talk to me?" Like a joke. The woman answered and said, "We're here. What are your questions?" And I started asking questions. I was sure she was playing along, and after a couple of minutes, she said, "That's the strangest thing that ever happened to me." Well, 2 days later, we were in Portland. I asked her if she wanted to try it again. I took a tape recorder out, and again there was an answer. And I said, "How come my girlfriend can do this?" And they said, "Your girlfriend's from another dimension. She came here to bring these messages forth, and this is a very important connection." And then I said, "How do I know she's not crazy, and this is not some part of her schizophrenia? Can you guys predict a newspaper headline?" And they said they could. They said, "Watch for this headline in 2 weeks." 2 weeks later, there was the headline. I know you're thinking, so what was the headline? Read my book, The Creator Gods of the Physical Universe Want to Talk to You. It's in the book. Now, for the next 6 months, she was saying, they want to talk to you again, and I would pull the tape recorder and ask questions. I'd ask questions about the book I was writing. I'd ask questions about the shift. I'd ask questions about 2012. They're all in my book. Read it. Finally, I had a miracle. I had a phone call from my brother-in-law who said my sister was going into the hospital the next day for a critical operation, and they didn't think she would survive. So I asked this source, I said, "Can you help my sister?" And they said they could. Well, the following day, I got another phone call from my brother-in-law, and he said that she survived and that she was alive. And I was sure this was coincidence until a few weeks later. I got another call from my brother-in-law. His name is Larry. He'll probably watch this. I want to make sure that I give him his name. And he said something really strange happened. Joanne had to go in for tests, and the nurse said there was absolutely no cancer, but her lupus disappeared, and lupus never goes away. And they kept testing her, and they couldn't find her lupus. Well, I didn't tell them about these conversations, but I went back and we did another session, and I said, "How did you guys do that?" And they said, "We just projected a filter into her blood and took the lupus out." And I started thinking, well, if they can take lupus out by projecting a filter into her blood, what were the limits of what they could do and what they couldn't do? So I asked them, "Can you guys stop a nuclear weapon from going off?" And they said they could, if enough people asked. They said they honored free will, and they don't do interventions unless people ask. So that's one of the reasons I'm putting up this video. We have live conference calls you can hear me actually talk to them right on the conference call. We do one conference call where we actually ask for help in our realm. And I hope you will check this out carefully and kick the tires. The voice talking to me said they were the Council of Elohim. When I did a search on the word Elohim, I found things like the creator gods of the physical universe. They actually told me they were here before there was a physical universe, when they were just pure energies. I also found Elohim was the name, one of the names for God in the Old Testament. It's also the name the Mormons use for God. So if they really are who they say they are, you really want to know about this. Thank you for coming, and check out all the links on this site, and I hope to meet you on one of my calls. Have a great day.